Hello,
Oh,
everyone. We're so glad that you could be with us today. We're recording. We had a little bit of glitches this morning, but that's what the world's all about. We just kind of make lemonade out of lemons, and we had a little bit of a lemon problem this.
problem.
So we're
So
kind
we're
of
kind of high.
I've got Emily. We need to have you take off the sound. So can somebody catch that for her? Okay, we're just glad you could be here. Today is November the 14th, and we're halfway through November. I can't believe it. We're halfway. This is VIckie Hacking, and I have my team here. We have a really fun training for you today, so we're excited about that. So the first thing I'm going to do to begin this meeting is I want to share my screen. So I'm going to have you come into my screen, and I would like to talk to you this morning about a few things. One thing that I just want to make sure everybody is aware of is that right now, when you go into your Jafra site, okay, so you're going to like go into your Jafra site, and so mine's VIckie Hacking, jafra.com/VIckie Hacking. Okay, V hacking is what it is. But when you go in, I want you to go right up here to join my team. Take a look. This is something new that Jafra has done. So everybody see that? Join my team right there. So you might want to, while I'm doing this, you might want to go in on your website to take a look. Now look and see what it has. When you open up that window, you're going to see it says, "Why should I join?" This is kind of new. And then we've got another one that says Hostess Program. Okay, so when you, and this is what we're going to, one of the things we're going to do next week. So be sure you join us next week because we're going to talk about the Hostess Program. So when you open up, it's just an absolutely beautiful page. A lot of us are not aware of the Hostess Program or know how we can order all these different products at deeply, deeply discounted, deeply discounted. So now that's one option. We're going to talk about that next week. But look it up here. It says, why should I join? So when I click that, it says, join Jafra today, be a part of a company with heart. You're just steps away. And then it basically has some testimonials, has some great videos here. But what a great page for you to send people that express an interest in joining Jafra. Okay, now what are we going to do to take advantage of this? It's great. I want you to go in, look at the videos, get acquainted with this, because then you can use it better. But the other thing I want you to do is I want you to look up here and look at the URL. Okay, that's what it's called. See right here? I'm highlighting it. Did you see me highlight it? Now I'm going to copy it. This is called the URL address. See? And yours will have your case number right there. Make sure your case number is right there when you copy this. Okay, so here we go. We're going to copy this. Okay, and then I'm going to minimize it. And what am I going to do? I am going to go into my favorite thing. What is that, Darylee? My favorite thing is
Google Keep.
So here we go. We open up Google Keep. Okay, and when Google Keep says, it says take a note. So here I go. I'm going to take a note. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to paste that URL number right there. Now I know that I will be able to go to this anytime I'm going to talk to anybody about Jafra. I'm going to send her that link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to title it, "Why Join Jafra?" And then I'm going to put my website. Don't you think that would be a good title for it? Now watch what it says. It puts up right there. It is right there is the URL. If you notice, I hit those three little dots. It says copy the URL. So anytime I need that, I can go to Google Keep. I'm going to file it in the right place. I'll show you in a minute. But you're going to copy that URL. That's all you need to do and paste it anywhere you want to paste it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to Jafra Sponsoring. That's where I have saved it. And see where it says, welcome Jafra team, my website. See it? And then right here, these three little dots will let me copy the URL. But there it is. It's saved under Jafra Sponsoring. And I also, what's my color for Jafra? Purple. So do you see it's purple? When I go to Jafra sponsoring, I'm going to always be able to find that link. Okay, was that easy to understand? I hope. I hope. That's Google Keep, and that's what you're going to do with it. And when you go into Jafra's site, you're going to be able to find out what Jafra has for you in there for a new consultant. All of the kits are in there and everything's in there. Let me see if I can get back in here. Yeah, here we go. Join my team. Why should I join Jafra? That's the page I'm on. I copied the URL. I put it in Google Keep. Now you're going to go in the next week and you're going to get acquainted. You're going to look at these videos. Look, they used Hannah and they've got all pictures and everything here. And look at what, oh, I love this. Look at this. Here's the $49 starter case. They show you the picture of it. They show you everything that's in it. Now, of course, I myself never ever have anyone sign up for the $99 kit or the 40. I always have them. Today it's the 19, but I want them to buy the consultant pack. So, you know that. And I've done a really nice flyer on that consultant pack. And where do I put everything that I have created? I put all those things in, it's very important, right here, WhatsApp. So when we go into WhatsApp and when we go into VIckie Hacking's team, all of you that are watching this video or that are joined us today need to be a part of this team. And I post things on it every single day. Okay, so I've got to have somebody, will you check where the noise is coming from? Thank you. Thank you. I think you can see where it's coming from, or mute everybody except for me. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to show you, I posted this video this week, and so we're going to watch it. Hi, it's VIckie Hacking. Guess what came for me? The jacket. I guess because I'm an ambassador, they send us these gifts early, but I just had to share it with you because it's such a beautiful jacket. And I just want to show you that you deserve this jacket. It's got the logo. It's heavy. It's beautiful. It feels fabulous on. And I want to see you. I want to see you in that jacket. Okay, I just cut myself off early. Okay, so in this, in WhatsApp, everything is in here for you to stay in touch with us. We post there all day long. I love this special recruiting multiplier training. I post Jackie's videos there. And so unless you're a Jafra leader, you can't be on the Amber Region Leaders team because that's for only leaders. But you can be on my VIckie Hacking's team and I can send you that link. And so all you have to do is text me 801-710-4483. And if you text me, I will send you the link so that you can join my VIckie Hacking's team on WhatsApp. And then you can be a part of whatever is going on in Jafra. So we've got videos. Like I say, I post on there every day, and it's just my way of making sure you stay in touch of all the things hot off the press, especially on the deals, because sometimes Jafra will put a deal up and we'll post it that very day so that you're always aware of it. Be sure you sign up for Jafra texting. That is important so that you get the deals right from Jafra. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my team. And I just want to say, let's just stay close, especially during this time. And Jafra, I love the fact that Jafra gives me a reason to reach out to people. And I gave a facial last week and I had a really wonderful experience. I had someone that I had met at the nail salon. She came over. I invited her over and we did little facials, back of the hand facials like we learned last week. She tried everything on. She bought the consultant pack. And you know what? She sent me the nicest letter. She sent me a text, which I shared with many of you. And I just went dark, didn't I? I shared with many of you. And when I sent that, and when she sent me this text, she just said that she had such a great time. And that well, she kind of said I was kind of like a mother that she didn't have that helped her do makeup. Okay, so Delan, I think we're on. Are we on? Are you ready to take it away? My light went off, so I gotta see if I can turn it back on. Makes me feel like I'm in the dark.
Unmute yourself, Delan.
Delan, unmute yourself.
I do that in case I bark.
I'm excited to have all of us. Delan has something special for us today, so prepare yourselves. We are about to learn. Go on a journey.
Can you see that?
Nope. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you want to see the whole screen, what you'll need to do is up in where you have the people's faces, you'll go to your picture and you will have the dots and you'll take it down to just one, or the very far left one, there'll be no pictures on there. It'll just be say who's talking. If you want to see the full PowerPoint pictures on there. So that's up to you. That's just a thing that you might, whoops, sorry, that you might want to do. Okay, so we're going to talk about exfoliation today. So why is it important? Like, why is exfoliation important? Well, exfoliating isn't an exciting topic or even a trendy new skincare treatment. It's been around for a long time. It's tried and true. It delivers a post-treatment glow with long-term effects like no other. So first we need to learn a tiny bit about your skin. So the skin is the largest organ of the body. I don't know if you know this or not, but it is. And we have many layers of skin, but right now we're just going to go through a couple of. So this part right here is the epidermis. That's the top layer right here. This is like a cartoon looking thing. Right down below that, the middle part is the dermis. That's this part right through here. And then we have the hypodermis. There's many other things in there, but we're not going to be talking about those. So if you go over to the one on the right, where it talks about right on top of the epidermis is what they call the stratum corneum. There are several layers of this, but we're just going to talk about this one. This is where all the dead skin cells, wherever they are, sit. They go to the surface and they just sit there and they're waiting for us to do something with them right here. And then right here, you see the epidermis. And then again, in the middle is the dermis. But guess what's right here? These little things right here, these are called fibroblasts, or they call them the construction workers, but in Jafra, we call them the baby skin cells. So this is where they are formed, right in here in the dermis. So the fibroblasts or the baby skin cells. So this is where we want to make sure that the stratum corneum is cleared off so our moisturizer can go down and feed those baby skin cells. So that's a little bit about the skin. So in the minute that it takes me to read this sentence, you will have lost 30,000 dead skin cells. You didn't even feel it and you didn't even notice it. Our body is consistently eliminating dead skin cells to replace the new ones. However, many are left behind, which cause our skin to look dull, dry, flaky, and it also clogs the pores. So what is exfoliation? So it's a step in a healthy skincare regime that removes dead skin cells, and the process reveals newer skin cells underneath the surface, leaving the skin feeling softer and more vibrant. Well, simply put, it just says, hey, you get rid of the dead skin cells on the surface of your skin. In the exfoliating process, what this says, it hurries and finishes the job while also it prevents issues in the first place. So we exfoliate to help prevent some of the issues that we have with our skin. So here's some of the benefits. It reduces and eliminates many of the common skin problems. Even if you have skin that doesn't have any challenges, it will make its overall appearance better. It unclogs pores, prevents the oil and the dirt from building up and causing whiteheads and blackheads, and we know all about that. Prevents and reduces acne. And it helps other skincare products to work better because our pores are cleaner and clearer. It also reduces hyperpigmentation, acne scars, and rough spots over time. This is real important right here. It stimulates blood and oxygen to the skin for better skin health. So the better skin cell health. It increases the cell turnover so the skin is always glowing. This is another important part right here. It stimulates the collagen synthesis, which reduces wrinkles and keeps the skin looking younger. So I found this, it was a medical review by Cynthia Kopp. She's a DNP and an APRN, and it was written by Brianna Mona in May of this year. So it's pretty recent information. So, and also the Academy of Dermatology, this is what they report. So exfoliation can leave your skin looking brighter and even enhance how well your topical skincare products work by improving absorption. So what it's saying right here, if you have that upper layer, that scrotum corneum or those dead skin cells, you can have up to 87 layers if you don't wash and keep your skin exfoliated. And what happens, the moisturizer cannot get through that stratum corneum or those dead skin cells to go down to feed those fibroblasts or those baby skin cells that we, Jafra, kindly call them. So becoming a lifelong exfoliator has many, many benefits. Over time, exfoliation can help you turn the skin's collagen production, which is likely the ticket to the J-Lo, but I like to call it the Jafra glow, tighter skin elasticity, a lessened look of fine lines or sagginess. Plus, again, since the exfoliation prevents the clogged pores, this means fewer breakouts in your future. So this is from the American Academy of Dermatology. So what we're talking about here, exfoliate weekly to keep the skin soft, smooth, and wrinkles at bay. So what happens if you don't exfoliate? Well, you have more whiteheads, which turn into blackheads, which are harder to get rid of and they're more noticeable. You have more frequent breakouts, patchy and dull skin, which is more prone to wrinkles, and old skin, that's kind of called early aging, dry skin, unable to absorb the moisture, like I talked before about that stratum corneum or those upper layers of skin, dead skin cells, and you don't have that dewy look. You're more susceptible to skin rashes and infection, and your makeup will look made up because it doesn't go on smoothly and clear and clean. So when and how often? Well, what's your routine like? This comes down to convenience and your skin habits. So if your skin looks like extra dry in the morning, maybe this is the time you need to do your exfoliation. But maybe after a long day, it might feel good to exfoliate and strip away all the day's sweat and makeup. So it's a matter of what works for you and in your time frame. And how about how often? Well, oily skin, more often, possibly every other day. Other types of skin, maybe once or twice a week. And if it's sensitive, possibly maybe, maybe less, depending on your skin. And you got to remember, be careful not to scrub your face too hard. So, Darylee, what does Jafra have to offer?
Well, let me tell you that we have different products that will just benefit any type of skin. So let's talk first about the microdermabrasion. This was introduced a few years ago. Today it is on sale in our catalog for $33. You can see here that what the key ingredients are. It has a jojoba beads that will nourish and gently exfoliate, and then it will also hydrate. So this is, I love to use this one in the shower. So every time I wash my hair, I switch back and forth, but this is one of my go-tos in the shower. So microdermabrasion. Next, we have our Malibu Miracle Mask, which has been around forever, and I still have clients that go back to this. So this one was really popular as I was starting in Jafra, because you could feel, as you put it on your skin, you could blow in your hands, and that with that peppermint extract, it would heat up and you could just almost feel your pores opening up. So again, this is a go-to for people, and if you want to just take a step back in time, use the Malibu Miracle Mask. Also, we have the Gentle Exfoliating Scrub. This one to me is just a little bit lighter. I think out of all the scrubs, this one is just a little bit lighter. It's got, to me, a larger little beads in it to polish your skin. So, Gentle Exfoliating Scrub. Okay, next. We then have a newer product, which is volcanic micro polish, mass polish. And you can use it as a exfoliant, or you can use it as a mask. So I like to wet my skin, and then I'll just softly go and do little tiny little circles around around the skin, so you can feel it sloughing off all those dead skin cells. It has volcanic granulars in it.
Sorry.
That's okay, you're fine. And papaya extract. Okay. Next. Okay, so remember, the face is much, much different than your body. We also need to exfoliate our body. Very, very important. So exfoliating not just your face, but also your body. So for our products we have for body, we have, ta-da, the ginger sea salt. Wonderful smell. You know, whenever I get in the shower, I like to think spa. I think, you know, I deserve to have a little spa treatment. So this is my ginger sea salt. So again, exfoliates and conditions with your vitamin E, a sunflower oil, and it just makes your skin smooth because it has this light oil that stays on the surface of your skin. And when I use this and just use this, I have people that'll say to me, "You really smell good." So just a heads up on that one. Then we have our foot scrub. And again, we all know, especially in the summertime, we have to deal with those calluses. So what's in this one is a crushed pumice. Again, gently exfoliates. I like to soak my skin for a few minutes and then take and just rub this into the feet and exfoliate to my heart's content. So peppermint oil soothes and refreshes. It's got a pumice and almond meal to slough off the dead skin cell, and provitamin B5 conditions. Okay, and our next one is, of course, our hand scrub with jojoba beads in it. Great thing to help, like, you know, Delan said, you've got dead skin cells not only on your skin, but your face. And so when you put on your hand lotion, you know, and I think we've all had that experience where you put on the hand lotion and it just doesn't seem to soak in. It stays on the top part of your skin. Well, if you use the hand scrub, then this will help for it to soak into the hands and help to heal. Again, as winter comes, we're going to find that our hands are probably a little bit more chapped. And so this was got tea tree oil in it and jojoba to help smooth skin, but also vitamin E and a provitamin B5 conditions and moisturizes. Okay, the next thing we want to talk about is, of course, our 9-in-1 skincare set. This comes with 9 different attachments. This is wonderful. Use on your face, use it on your body. So some of the attachments are callus removers. We've got a pumice head, exfoliating, cleansing brush, smoothing, buffing head, a makeup remover head, a cleansing body brush, a coarse buffing head. So anything that you need to have taken care of, this little machine will do it for you. Now, I watched a little video last night with some dermatologists, and they said when you go in for a treatment to help slough off the dead skin cells, it's between $100 to $300. And he said, but in the stores, or in our case, Jafra, has little machines that will do that for you. So here we've got it at our fingertips. We don't need to go spend $100 every time we need to get our little skin sloughed off. So there you have it. There you've got the daily renewal skincare system, and with all the wonderful attachments, you are set to go.
Thank you, Darylee.
No, we're not done.
We're not done. Sorry.
The blue basket.
Okay, your skin protects you, and you
Debbie.
must protect
There you go.
protect your skin. So remember, every day exfoliate so you can have the very best skin possible. There you have it.
Okay, does somebody have any questions?
I do. It's not a question. It's just to add something to that 9-in-1, because you heard me talking about it last month. It was the
Yes.
October best deal. When we get it, and when our clients receive it, it comes in a box. And in the box is instructions. These instructions is appalling. Jaffa can do so much better with these instructions. I don't even know if the company even looked at what these instructions look like. What we need to do, since I know what these instructions look like, the page that you put up that identifies each of the individual product and what those brushes do, that's what needs to be included in the box. So
Ah,
the instructions that is currently in the box does not give any information about each of the individual tools and what they do, but the page that you put up does. So we need to make sure that if we are selling that, to make a copy of that page and put in a request to Jafra. They need to redo it. It is not a good instruction page to have. So that's what I wanted to add to it.
well, thank you. Yeah, that's page 87 and 88 in the product, the 2020 product catalog. Thank you, Bronwyn.
Another quick thing to add to it, which I had with a couple of clients that got it, is it's difficult to open to get the batteries in. They really have to just pull it hard because it does have that little suction in it to keep it moisture proof. So just tell them pull really hard. Don't feel like you're going to break it. Don't twist it. Just pull it off.
Good to know.
So you just pull it like this and not twist?
Yeah. And it's really hard. I even asked my husband to help me and he couldn't get it off. It took some little bit of pulling off to get that off. I even used one of those ripper things. So they're not going to break it. They just need to really pull.
Okay.
And also the other day I got a new box and I couldn't open it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you open it?
You got to push down on the little button on the outside and then it'll let it open. It's difficult to open too, a little bit.
Push
But
down.
if you push on it, it'll open.
Okay.
My little question is, can we get replaceable brushes?
I thought about that too. I don't, they haven't said anything as far as I know.
I know we can get the brush, but I don't know about the pumice
rest
and
of
the
them.
head and those other things.
Because they'll eventually wear out. So it'd be nice,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure I haven't had anybody ask me that except my husband. Said,
The only one that might wear out would be E, which is the smoothing buffing head or the
Yep.
pumice head.
maybe
C.
the body brush too, you know?
Yeah, that one. You can get, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. They might fit like the ProSonic or whatever that other one is out there, Clairsonic. They
yeah.
it might fit those heads because it's got that little place to put them on. And I think they look familiar to the other things I've had in the past. So they may fit.
Okay.
Well,
Any
also,
others?
also if Jaffa comes out with a special like what they had before, they can get it free. So they can get another one free. So they don't
Right.
have replacement
Yep.
kit.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Deland. Thank you, Darylee. That was very, very, very informative. Now, will we have those PowerPoint slides put up so that they can use them if they want to use them for a meeting or for
Hey, Vicki, the last time I did a PowerPoint and tried to put it on Facebook and or WhatsApp, I couldn't get it. So if anybody knows how to do that, I could not get it to post.
well, I think,
So
well, Deland, isn't it Deland's video? Isn't that your PowerPoint presentation, Deland? I know you'll work a miracle.
Ask Evelyn, she knows everything.
And that's right. Ask Evelyn. She knows everything. You're right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our testimonials. I'm going to, let's see. We're going to start out. We have, and just hold on just a minute. I believe that Helen, do you have a product? What do you have? You have the perfume in the strips, I think, to present to us. Are you ready to do that? You're probably not ready. No, I mean, now I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to go to Bronwyn and I'm going to pull up Bronwyn, the brochure, and I'm going to share my screen. And Bronwyn's going to talk to us about the deals for this month. Here we go. And I am ready, Bronwyn. What page are we going to?
Okay, well, the first deal that I'm going to talk about today, let me see what page I am at. The first deal is deal number 7. That's going to be at page 16. And before I go to that deal, I just want to brief about the last 2 weeks. So I'm reviewing the November deal. Week 1, we did the 65% of the Royal Duo. Number 2 best deal was 55% on page 31 of the Always Foundation. We bundled that with page 30. And number 3 was 50% off the red fragrant gift set. Last week, week 2, our best deal was deal number 4, 50% off with the iconic Royal Jelly Duo. Deal number 5 was 40%, page 53 of the Cranberry Crush body lotion. And deal number 6 was 40% off, page 60, the Holiday Kisses lipstick with lipstick holder. So going to the best deals of this week, deal number 7 is page 16. And this really is a wow deal. When you look at it, page 16 looks kind of plain. There's only 2 products there. It's a save over 40%. And you got the wrong page, Vicki. Page
I'm on, are I on 16? It says 16. What?
We're on page 16.
Okay, am I wrong? Is that not, it says 16.
That's page 30.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. Hold on.
Okay.
I guess I've got to look at the actual page. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I know what to look for now. Just a minute, Bronwyn. Okay, I'm going to page 16. Okay.
There we are. A little more. Go down. Okay, there we are. It's a double page of fragrance. Page 16 is the Rose Blossom, the Rose Blossom Duo. It says save over 40%. If you just scroll it a little bit down more, Vicki will see that it says 40%. Okay, it's actually a 44% savings. This is really a wow. This is a great deal, not a best deal. This is a great deal. The Rose Blossom Duo is selling for $37. Its retail value is $66. Now, the Rose Blossom is the EDP, Eau de Parfum. That is the perfume water that contains more concentrated amount of fragrance oils that defines the scent. So this is actually going to stay on you and have a long lasting effect. The top notes of this fragrance is pink pepper, which is an earthy type pepper. The heart notes is a rose, centifolia, and this is 100 petal flowers of scents. The base is called Silk Woods, which is a sultry woods from the French Riviera. This is a great fragrance. I will tell you, when I wear the Rose Blossom, I always have people noticing it and making comments. What are you wearing? So if you are going to wear Rose Blossom, I strongly suggest for you to have some kind of sample already pre-sprayed on those little long sticks so you can share that with someone. This being a duo is a great layer because you're putting the body lotion on and then going to top it with your fragrance. Okay, so the fragrance itself sells for $46. This is a duo for $37. Again, it is actual 44% savings if a consultant was to buy it. As you know, I talk about consultants only receiving their 50% off, and they get this for $18.50. Oh my, great deal.
Great.
Okay, so now we're going to deal number 8, and that is on page 59. 59 is the Tender Moments Trio. It is a double page. So it's where we are going to be talking about both pages because you do want your clients and consultants to see the total deal. This is a save 40% saving. The Tender Moments Trio is $29. The retail value is $48. It comes with the body balm, the massage cream, and the body wash. Now, if you don't have a baby, and you're not going to give this as a gift, but you want this so that you feel and smell like a baby. Oh my. So the question is, what would you do with that body balm? What you would do with that I'm calling it body balm is bottom balm. Bottom balm. Anyway, you will take that and put it on your feet, on your hands, and your elbows. So that is what you're going to do if you got the Tender Moments set for you. Okay, the massage cream, you can use it on head to toe all over your body. And of course, the body wash, which is $15 regular price. So the bottom bound is regular $14, massage cream $19, the body wash is $15. Together, that's $48. This is 40% off, $29. So a 50% consultant can receive that for $14.50. But the deal is also at the bottom is if you make that purchase, you can also purchase one of the scents, the 3 choice of the cologne. So if you just scroll a little bit more, Vicki, that will show up. It shows 3 choices of the cologne. Those colognes are regular $21. We're getting it for $10 with a purchase of either one, or if they end up buying both. Okay, so that would be for again, the consultant would receive that for $5. Oh my, you know what? That's a great stocking stuffer gift too. Each individual pieces is a great stocking stuffer. But what you want to do is when you're pointing that out is this is a double page. And so you're looking at the Tender Moments 1, 2, 3, 4 trio. And that if you individually priced it, the solid cream is $20. The detangler is $12, and the cleansing shampoo is $13. That's $45 as a set. You save over 35% saving, $29. And so the deal is the same then as we are offering for the Tender Moment 2, because they're both $29. And 50% off again is $14.50 with the fragrance. That's $5 for a consultant. That's a total set for $19.50. Oh my God. This is a great deal. It's 40% savings. And we have, that's it. I think that's it. That was it because that was deal number 9 was next to it. And so that is deals of the week.
Oh, Bronwyn. Wow, that was good. Okay. And of course, here we go. Stop share. There we go. Okay, so we are going to now go on to some testimonials of products. Okay, and I'm going to start out. I wanted to show everybody. I absolutely love this decanter. It is so elegant. And last week, I believe Bronwyn told us about this special. And you get 2 of these. You get that long spatula, so no complaining. So easy to use. And this is the original royal jelly. So I did a flyer on this. And for those of you, you could take my flyer and just put it right into your a text message. So it fits in really, really nice. Take a look on WhatsApp for the flyer that's on the original royal jelly. I absolutely think that is that's to me the best deal of the month. So my little part is I'm going to talk about the perfume, and this is the Paris perfume. It's got the picture of the Eiffel Tower on it. It's such a classic bottle. Look at the intricate on this. It's a perfume, but it is such a beautiful, beautiful bottle. And I'm telling you, when you spray this, I don't even know how to describe it to you. I love it. Does anybody have anything? What do you think about the Paris perfume?
It's one of the most popular ones that I get compliments on. Anytime I wear the Paris, it's I've actually had people tap my shoulder and ask me about it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And like I say, I love the bottle. I just when you're putting it on, I feel elegant, just with the bottle, and I keep it on my bathroom vanity sink because that's when you remember. I also keep a perfume right by my front door on the little table that I have there because then when I'm walking out the door, I go, oh, forgot to put my perfume on. So, put your perfumes, they're decorative. I mean, this is such a beautiful bottle. So be sure you put them where you'll remember to use them. And one of my favorite
VIckie?
places is right by the front door. Yes.
VIckie, the designer told us the ingredients in it are supposed to mimic a walk down the Champs-Élysées because they had the macaroon from the patisseries, and then the strawberries, and also the birch from walking along the Seine River runs through the center of Paris, which you'll find out when you go next spring.
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's right. I will. I have walked down the I can't understand it.
Champs-Élysées.
Well, whatever. Anyways, it's a
Champs-Élysées.
beautiful walk. It's a beautiful walk, and I didn't know that. I don't think it's as beautiful today as it was when I was there, but when all of us were there. But anyways, who's next?
Yeah.
Karen, are you next?
I can be.
Yeah, go ahead. You take it away.
Well, I'm going to talk about the Royal Olive body oil. I wasn't sure that I was going to like the body oil because it's a little heavier, but oh my God, I love this. This, unfortunately, with my background, you can't see too good. I'll get it right there.
Oh, we can see it.
And, can you see it? What I do with this is I leave it in my shower and I put it on while I'm still a little bit wet. I'll like towel dry just a little in the shower and then I'll put this on. And I like to use a self tanner. So what I do is put a little bit of the self tanner in my hand. I put some of this in, I mix it together with both hands, and then I'll put it on my legs and my arms and all over. And it really makes the self tanner go on very, very smooth. It doesn't turn orange or anything, but this is amazing. And the scent of this, it's very different. When you see Royal Olive, you think, is it going to smell like olives? No, it doesn't. It's got a very fresh, clean smell, and it's very thick. It's really thick, so it's very moisturizing. So once again, back to the exfoliating. If you exfoliate in the shower first, and then you put this on afterwards, it's going to really sink into your skin. It's not all going to sit right on top, but it just makes you feel so smooth and silky.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on. Darylee, I think you're talking about the Royal Jelly Revitalizing Eye Treatment.
Why, yes, I am. And I don't have it right here in front of me, but let me tell you a little bit about it. This, of course, is one of our products that is with the Royal Jelly RJX line. It softens, it says that it helps with minimizing wrinkles, reducing under eye puffiness, or what we call bags under the eyes. So this will help with that. I want to just take a second and tell you that when you apply any sort of an eye cream around your eye, and this is my biggest pet peeve, when you go to the malls and these people grab you and say, come and try this new eye treatment, and they put it on, and they always take it and smear it this way. Whenever you put your any eye treatment on, you take your ring finger, because that is the one with the less muscles in it, and you just dab it from the outside in. You never take it because it takes the muscles and it breaks up the muscles. So always dab it from the outside onto the inside, and then just let it sit and soak in. I also like to use it around my mouth because it's light and it will soak in, and then you can use your moisturizer over that. So that is the Royal Jelly Eye Revitalizing Cream.
Thank you. Okay, we're going next to Helen. She's doing Precious Protein, one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, I love Precious Protein. It is the best oil, and it actually matches the proteins in our skin. So really it's good for you to use. It's very lightweight. And I kind of do the same thing as you were talking about before, is when my, after I get out of my shower and my skin is kind of wet, I'll go ahead and I'll put it all over. I put it all over my legs and I put it over my arms and above, especially on my upper arms too. And it just feels so good. Also, it used to be called Precious Protein Facial Oil. All right. And that's not what it's called anymore. But anyway, years ago, and I still do this, and now that the cold weather is coming, when people say, "Oh, Helen, I am so dry, I don't know what to do," I'll tell them to go ahead and add the Precious Protein to their face.
Good idea.
And if they'll take it and put it on their fingers like this, and then massage it into their face, but put it on your fingers, which is good for your hands, okay? But then they won't get so much on their face, and it just feels wonderful. Precious Protein can be used for so many things. You can use it on babies too, all right? And I used it on the grandkids all the time when they were little. Excuse me. It can be used as a hair oil treatment. In fact, I sold it to a man who had a hair salon in Torrance. And he was, at the time, he was charging like $40 for a hair oil treatment. And I think our Precious Protein at the time was like $12. And do you know how many applications you can get out of a bottle? And when you do that as a hair oil treatment, you're going to take your hair. Actually, if you'll take, oh yeah, I don't know if you can see my cup. Take like, oh, maybe a half a teaspoon in a fourth of a cup. No, about an eighth of a cup of water, and stir it up so the water's warm, and put it all over your hair, your dry hair. And then just put a shower cap on it, leave it for like an hour, and shampoo your hair like you normally would. And when you're through and you dry your hair, it's almost like you've had a permanent, not a curly permanent, but a body permanent. It's wonderful. And it makes your hair really pretty and shiny too. There are so many uses for Precious Protein. If your feet are dry, your heels are dry, you can put it on at night and put socks on because it's lightweight, it's not heavy. But I also do that with our Extra Care Balm. That works really, really well too, which is part of our Precious Protein line. I mean, there are so many uses for Precious Protein. So use it, enjoy it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Okay, so we have Delan with the mud mask. This one, I love the mud mask.
I know you do. I
Oh,
think you
yeah.
should have done this one. This one, I like the mud mask. It's kind of interesting because it's very, I don't know if you can see this, it's very, very thick.
Yeah.
On this one, it's really, really thick, and to me, it has a kind of a lemony smell, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the mud smell. I don't know, but the ingredients are from the glacial mud stuff, and put it on your face or wherever I used to get in the bathtub, and I'd put it from my waist up and put it on everywhere. And I did have, my husband at one time came and took my photo. It was pretty funny. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but you couldn't see enough because I was green. So it's just like what it does, it pulls the toxins out of your skin. And I know Vickie uses this for, what do you use it for?
Snake bite, not snake, but bug bites, like spider bites,
Yes.
to heal them.
And I also put this on yesterday. I was walking around with these little green dots all over my face because I have maskne, because I've been using my mask at the school, and I put it on my zits here, and I could just feel it pulling and drying, and it dries on pretty hard and still. So when as you rub it off,
Right.
So that's what does it, just like it.
Yeah, I love it. It comes from the Dead Sea. We've got one of the ingredients, right, from the Dead Sea.
Yes, it's it's with the Dead Sea mineral mud.
Right. So,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of healing properties in it. And I say everybody should have it in their first aid kit because there's just nothing like it for a spider bite and mosquito bite and things like that to heal, to calm it down.
You never know when you do incognito.
Yeah. Or else use it Halloween. It's a great
There you
mask for Halloween. Okay, so now we have Bronwyn is going to do the Detangle Shine Spray.
Okay, and before I do that, I just want to mention about the mud mask is to pre-warn your clients that if they are using it on their face, that they want to select a washcloth that is brown, darker color,
Yes.
and so that's only used for their mask because it will stain their white or their other colors of washcloths. It does ruin them, no matter how whatever you have to try to wash it out. So designate a certain color of washcloth and removing those mud masks. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the botanical experts of the detangling shine spray, and that is this. And you can see some is missing because this is my personal one. And for those who know me, is I'm actually a licensed cosmetologist. I've been in cosmetology since I was 15 years old. I won't tell you how old I am now, but I had started working in a shop already when I was 15, and went on to school and got licensed. So I know a lot about different hair products out there. And it was out for a while before I actually took it to try and use it. When a client gets this, it comes just like this. It's not in a box or anything. It has a little lid that you put on and it snaps. It's great for traveling. And how you're going to use this on your hair is you step out of your shower or whatever your routine is for washing your hair, and you put a towel around it. So that's called towel dry. When you put the towel in, you twist it and flip your towel back. Your towel is around your head and is actually towel drying your hair. This product will be sprayed on your towel dried hair. You take it and you just do about a total of 4. Don't oversaturate it. You squirt 4 sections. That's it. And then you use your wide tooth comb. Do not use the nail. Your wide tooth comb, and you just comb it through your hair when it's all wet, and that is the detangler. This right now is in our book. It's regular $13. It's being sold for $9. 50% consultants can get this for $4.50. This is a great stocking stuffer. Now, who are you going to sell this to is anybody with really um, tight curly hair, long hair, kids on the swim team. Oh my gosh, they all need this in their lockers because they're swimming in the pool for different swim things. And this is great for swim hair. And again, it's a detangler. It's not a conditioner, although it does condition the hair slightly and it does leave a nice shine. So that's what I have to say about the detangler. I'm also scheduled to talk about something else. You want me to talk about the next thing,
Yes,
Vicki?
let's do it.
Okay. So the second item I'm going to talk about is the DeFi line is the Express Eye Treatment. And it comes to you in a box, which I just love that when our products are in skincare, that comes in a box with a cellophane wrapped around it. So you know that this is all wrapped up just for you. And this is what the actual product looks like. There are 2 ways, I don't know if you know, 2 ways of opening this. You can open it by snapping the cap off, or, and this snaps back on, or you can twist it. You know that, right? And also, as you use this, you're squeezing a little bit out. This is actually, this white is an applicator. So you're squeezing the product out to the tip of the applicator, and you're taking the applicator and you're dot very lightly. I do all around very lightly, going in just like we heard from Darlene talking about, and using your ring finger to pat it in. But you're doing that like this is the applicator of it with the product. Okay, so this right now is for, this is listed as I for the stocking stuffer specials. And its regular sells for $44. It's on sale for $31 right now. And that is a 30% saving. So this really is a great deal. This for your eyes, it lifts it, it makes the skin firmer, smoother. It hydrates the eye area. And they call this really a soothe and depuffer. So for those that are saying, well, you know, I have some dark circles or my eyes are just puffy or, you know, I was crying or something, all emotional, to, you know, of course, cucumber slice always helps, but this is actually a depuffer. You can use this morning and night. It has the royal jelly oil in it and that white truffle. So 50% consultants can get this for $15.50. Oh my gosh, great deal.
Great.
A consultant would be saving $28.50 in purchasing this. So if they don't have anything on the Defy yet, which that would just, oh, I would feel so bad if somebody hasn't tried Defy yet, but this is a good deal for them to try in our stocking stuffers. So that's it.
Okay, so I have you down to Lan for microdermabrasion. Did we already talk about that, or? I thought we did during our sloughing off. Okay, we've got Janice.
Talked about the, yes, we've talked about that with the exfoliation. And that's also on the stocking stuffers, and it's also the 35, I believe it's 35% off.
I thought Janice, she has a question there. Can you read what her question is? I'm going to go into the brochure because I want to, I wanted to go into the brochure because, and boy, my brain is going. Oh, I wanted to remind everybody, I'm going to go back up here. The reason why we're talking about all these products is because they're all in the, look on page 2 of the brochure. Bronwyn talked about this last week, but we decided that would be really great to highlight and to give us some testimonials. Helen talked about the precious protein. We talked about the mud mask. Karen talked about the oil. All these products that we did, detangler, they're all right here. And Helen, oh, and I think we've got our Royal Jelly Extra Soothing Balm, which I was going to talk about. It's right here. You can see it on page 2. And I use it as an eye makeup remover. So Helen, did you try it?
No, I haven't.
All right, well, let me tell you that when you take this eye makeup, when we take this as the Royal Jelly Soothing Balm, I use it for so many things. Okay, when I color my hair, because I'm gray, hate to tell you that, but I'm sure, I haven't seen my hair color since for a long time. Okay. So let me just tell you, so if you do your own color, and I do, and I have Ricardo as my hairdresser, and so he helps me with the coloring of my hair, and I use a professional hair color, but this soothing balm is excellent to use around the forehead and around the neck and everything to keep the color, to protect your face from the color. It's just great. It's just part of my routine. The other thing that I love it for is any place you're dry, just like the Extra Care cream that we have with our precious protein. This balm has got royal jelly in it. So it can be used cuticles, it can be used elbows, it can be used, again, I love it because it takes my eye makeup off, and I know we have an eye makeup remover, but I happen to like this one because it's a little oily or whatever, and it just, so that's part of my nightly routine. And then of course, I love what Bronwyn talked about, our Royal Jelly eye treatment in the Defy line. So anyways, that happens to be a favorite product of mine. But you can see here all the products. And then we also took this page and talked about the perfume, and the microdermabrasion is over here, which Delan talked
VIckie?
about. Yes.
I tint my own hair also. And I use the microdermabrasion because the tint sticks to your scalp. And I will take the microdermabrasion and I put it up into my hairline, and it will take the tint off of my scalp so it doesn't look like it just got freshly tinted.
Good idea.
Good
And
idea.
it works perfect. And then also I do my own eyebrows because I am also cosmetologist too. And I'll do my eyebrows and I take that microdermabrasion and I'll take all that and get off my eyebrows and put it up in through my hair. And it's also kind of like a soapy thing. I put it up through my hairline through here and down around my neck and behind my ears. So it works really well for that too. So that's another reason why I like it and I use it a lot.
Well, I would use it. I would use the balm right here for protecting from the hair color. But then when I get in the shower to do, to shampoo my hair, that's where I would love to use this.
Yeah,
too.
that's where I use it, is in the shower.
The shower,
Because the tint stains the stratum corneum, that upper layer,
Right.
and that's dead skin cells. And then we even have those in our head. So when I do use that microdermabrasion, it helps take that. If your hair is thinner, you can see the tint right to your scalp.
Right.
And I've seen that on other people. This way it looks more fresh.
So we've got wonderful products here that are in the catalog, and we tried to highlight some of them for you today. We want to also remind you to be sure to go in and to take your camera on your cell phone, hold it up to the scan codes right here. And we have, how many in this brochure did you say, Bronwyn? 28? How many?
40 of the squares.
Yeah.
No, 20, a total of 20 of them.
They're on almost every page.
November catalog to view.
Every one of these, you need to scan them and take a look because there's a presentation that goes with it. So you take a minute and go through all of your scan codes. It tells you how to do the boxes. It tells you all the little extra things that Jafra's added. Look right here, it says your sexy tender round gift box. And right here you scan it and it's going to show you how to put the box together and show you how it works. So every one of these scan codes, this is my favorite offer of the month right here. Yeah, but anyway, scan code, it tells you how to put the box together. But can you believe, I mean, come on, this is 7 ounces of royal jelly, 3.3 and 3.3, almost 7 ounces of royal jelly. You add that up, I think it's like almost $500 in retail product because one bottle of royal jelly, 1 ounce is $74. $74. And look how many ounces you're getting. 6.6 ounces plus the royal jelly hand treatment, hand complex. I think this offer is amazing. Amazing. It is moving. I can't tell you how many people that I have that I'm talking to that are, and don't wait until the end of the month and then come to us and say, oh, they're out. How could they be out? Well, because I can tell you right now that people are ordering several. They're selling it like crazy. So of course it's going to run out. Judith, our fearless leader, told us, don't count on this to be there on the last days of the month. It's not going to happen. So I want to just make sure that I remind you. Okay, and we want to also remind you that when you order the subscription on the Defy line, so in other words, here's our Defy products, which is my favorite. This is the skincare that I choose to use. I love it. You know what? I even keep one of these Lift and Firm right next to my bedstand. I have like a little table that I put some of my important vitamins and just things that I have on there. Because if I wake up in the middle of the night, I want to make sure that I can put my intensive hand treatment on, just things like that I'll wake up and I'll go, okay, so I do this in the middle of the night. I'll put this on. I'll go, okay, time to put the Skin Defy on. So that just happens to be one of my crazy habits, but keep it right by my bedstand so that my skin's never going without moisture because I live in Utah and it's very dry here. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I think we went through enough. Hey, what an informative meeting, right? You guys are all amazing.
Vickie, you asked me to talk a little bit about fragrance.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
it. You're right.
I just want to share really quick that we get all of these wonderful little, and I took me off background so you can see, we get all these wonderful little fragrance strips.
Yeah.
And if you'll say, but make sure that you don't keep them all together, different fragrances. You need to separate them because otherwise they do kind of mixed together. And whenever I get a catalog, a new brochure, I just go ahead, and if there's a fragrance on here that I already have a sample for, I make sure that I staple it on there so that they will know what that fragrance is in case there isn't a scratch and sniff. Okay. And then we got these wonderful books to put our fragrances in. And I love this. I love it. I love it. I hope Jaffa will come out so everyone can have it. And so this is mine, and I've used it a lot. And because it's really hard to see what the fragrances are, I took a strip of sticky like labels, but it's a whole page. And what I did, I don't know if you can see this or not.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, I'm going the wrong way. I wrote on the strips underneath what each perfume was. So if somebody wants to know, oh, and they say, I want to see the florist, I can just go ahead because I have it right here. I don't have to kind of search through all of this. So if you can put your labels on there. And then another thing I did was I made a whole separate sheet that, so I know what samples or little testers that I have. And if something comes out and I don't have it, then I'll know what I have with and not have. So it's just easy instead of looking at your book all the time. And for those who don't have the book, I know that somebody on WhatsApp put, you can use our little clear handled bags.
Mhm.
And if you don't have those either, Jaffer puts a lot of our things in these little white boxes. I love these little white boxes. I use them for everything. And you can go ahead, and I'm not doing well here, but in your little white box, you can go ahead and put your little fragrance testers in here so that they stand up and you can see what they are too. But take advantage, and because I'm really working on this. In the English market, we don't sell a lot of fragrance, but when I got this case, I thought, I'm selling fragrance. This is wonderful. So that's my presentation.
You know, Helen, you're so absolutely right on that. I mean, the toolbox of the fragrance container is wonderful. If you want to see what Helen's talking about, where the consultant took a really nice clear plastic Jafra tote bag, she put all of her fragrances in there, and that's listed. The picture of it is listed on WhatsApp. So just take a
You
look.
got to make sure that you have that bag. So
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't have the
We're asking Jafra to make that available to everyone. If Judith wants us to sell perfumes, and we already, I hope all of you watched that beautiful class that the party that Evelyn did. It was 2 weeks ago, I believe.
What's wonderful.
Now, I have a link tree, which we will be talking about in the next coming weeks, but I have a link tree, and all of our Zoom meetings are on the link tree. So you can just click on the one that you want to watch. So again, these meetings are just so great. You're also wonderful. I just love all the sharing that you do. I have a great team. And so I want to remind all of you as leaders, because all of you are Jafra leaders, and Karen's almost about to become a Jafra leader. Please send the copy of the Zoom meeting. All you have to do is go into the link tree and send that to your team and encourage them to watch the recording, because it helps them to understand the products. And we're doing a great work. And I go in and I look at YouTube, and we get a lot of watches. So even though we're small in number today, we will reach out to many, many people. So I want to thank all of you. Debbie, I want to thank you for being on our calls, for being part of it. So any of you that want to wait after we finish this call and we'll decide what we're going to do for next week, I would love to have you be with us. Again, Evelyn, it's good to see you here. So glad you're here. So I want to, do you have anything you want to say, Evelyn?
I do. You just mentioned Linktree. So I want to let you know that on Monday, the 23rd of this month, Michelle and I are the national trainers doing social media, and we will be talking about Linktree.
Great.
So Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
be sure you're on. It's so easy. You guys will love this. If you're not using it now, you will.
Yeah, Linktree is really easy, and that way you can just type in your Linktree address, and then all the things, how to join Jaffer, why did I have so many things on my Linktree, so it's a great tool for us. So thank you, Evelyn, and I know you'll put an invitation on my WhatsApp meeting thing to remind everybody about it. So anyways, thank you for being with us today, and those of you that want to stay on, we'd like to talk, just kind of catch up on things and plan what we're going to do for next week. Again, thank you so much for joining us today.